The occult is the art and it is the secrets behind closed doors that yet we are all privy to, that is literally in front of our face. But because we are so programmed subtly, we don't really notice the occult things that are being done behind closed doors in a sequence that is in conjunction to each other, that has an effect. So everything in life needs a cause, including the occult. Now, the occult is all around us. The occult is nothing new. But see, we are put in particular modes of observation by particular variables such as religion. Now, if you're a religious person, you're going to be extremely afraid of the occult because somebody told you, oh no, the devil's going to possess you. Bro, there's no devil other than you. You're the only devil in your life. The devil is just another psychological trick of religion to blame the problem outside of you. Because some people will get their wives pregnant and they will blame the devil. Oh, the devil did it. It wasn't me. You literally walked up and had sexual intercourse with your wife and got her pregnant. You're going to blame the devil? This is what I'm saying. So the occult is all around us, but these variables that we are encapsulated in the society that we call, in society wherever you're located in the world, it does not allow you to perceive the full realm and the full totality of reality, because the occult is about the subconscious, the unconscious. Now think about the subconscious and the unconscious. You don't really notice what's going on with your mind, down to even when you're healing from trauma or anything like that. You don't really notice the effects of your subconscious and your unconscious on your conscious reality. So if you understand the occult, if you can comprehend the occult, you will have access to secret keys that can override reality from behind closed doors. If you can do it in a continuous succession, you will be able to override people's minds. You will be able to make people believe in certain things. You would be able to essentially have the power to influence people from behind closed doors. And the people that are running the world right now, they don't want you to know about this ability to influence you behind closed doors, and they want you to continue thinking that, yeah, this is just life, and we are just here on a big ball, we're spinning around, and there's no purpose in life, we're just in space, moving and things like that. While they are actually utilizing this energy as a form of a distraction to you, so you can be distracted from your purpose and your evolution. They want you to be docile. They want you to be mentally dead, so you cannot participate by understanding the Book of the Dead. And the Book of the Dead is just about the laws of the subconscious, the things of the subconscious. Everything that happens in the conscious realm comes from the subconscious realm. And if you're aware of the subconscious, unconscious realms that influence the conscious realm, because every learned man, every quantum physicist, every preacher, once you truly get into your religion, you understand that the visible realm has come from the invisible realm. So if you understand the properties of the invisible realm, how matter forms and at what times and what causes matter to form, like let's say particular energies like anger, hate, peace, you're going to be able to use the calendar, which is nothing but numerology and gematria, and you're going to be able to use certain days by you even just understanding the planets, and by you understanding just the influence of the moon, by you understanding all these other things. Bruh, people are not going to be able to stand a snowball chance, because when you connect all these things together and you have a system, you essentially create a magic net that the fish are trying to swim to a higher level of atmosphere, because hell is basically just density being stuck in this reality. See, we didn't even really mean to get stuck in these bodies. We actually got stuck in these bodies. We got stuck inside of our soul, and our spirit is now kind of dead, and it's trying to become more aware of itself, so it can create another shape and form, just like this one, but in another place and have another experience. But see, we keep going through the same cyclical cycles. We keep going through the same experience again and again, and our spirit is getting tired of it. So we create destructive situations, or you can create new situations if you're aware of what's going on. But essentially, with this knowledge, if you understand what the calendar is, it's just nothing but numerology and gematria. If you understand astrology and things like that, you understand that these planets, when they're set at particular relative positions, they have effects on our chakras, our minds. And our minds is not just some brain here, like how the dominant culture, the scientific community, wants to indoctrinate you and make you think that First of all, if your brain here is the only thing that matters, then you must be located in your brain. But if I asked you right now to point to me where you are located, then you wouldn't be able to. You'd be like, yeah, but science said, well, we have a brain, and the brain is the most important organ. No, who said that? They're not gonna, because look, they're getting, this is what I mean by the occult. It's the hidden world. It's the hidden science. This is why they're getting you lost in the left brain. And so if you're not aware of that, you're just gonna take that and be like, yes, science is right, brother. Praise Neil deGrasse Tyson, whoever you listen to. You know what I mean? So we have to come to an understanding of completion of the left brain and the right brain, not get lost in the not get lost in the subjectivity of either one, because you could be lost in the left brain, and it's going to stop you from seeing something that you're supposed to see also with your right brain that can make something more complete, more holistic, and things like that. So when you understand that, for example, that the gut is also a brain, because in science they tell you, no, brother, your gut is just for digesting food. You need to get good enzymes in there so your gut can be healthy, brother. Praise Jesus, or praise Neil deGrasse Tyson. But we obviously clearly see that we got something called a gut feeling. So you're telling me that your gut is able to perceive situations outside of you and is able to give you a direct response about how you're supposed to go about that situation? That's what you're telling me? You're telling me you got a gut feeling. And you trying to tell me that, bruh, nah, brother, I only digest food in my gut. No, bruh, your gut is a chakra on its own. It processes information. Information is not just in the form of food. Food is information, but there's information outside of you as well in the form of, people. People are also information walking. Our DNA carries information. Our aura around us radiates information. Speculative, of course, in the hidden realm, in the occult realm, our aura. But see, now I'm gonna bring this into completion so you can see what I'm talking about. Now your aura is just made up of your thoughts and your feelings. So whatever thoughts and feelings you produce in your mind is gonna create this, you can say electrical pulse, electromagnetic pulse, whatever, but it's this aura around you that people, mostly women, can perceive the light, because dudes are, men are lost in the left brain and things like that. Not all men. Now I'm saying there can be some spiritual men out there as well. But when you talk about the aura, the way we would complete that is by understanding that it's not just some type of field out there that's invisible. If you talk about a speculative concept like the aura, for example, you gotta understand that, okay, the aura is just my thoughts and feelings generated from that. Okay, cool. Like the reason why Jesus has the sun behind him is because they're telling you that his aura is emitting. They're telling you he was an emitter. He was a sun. Now there's a person in history named Jesus, not exactly Jesus. Thought I had a complete. Some people say his name is Yeshua bin Yosef, whatever, don't really fucking matter. Some people say his name is Jesus, don't really matter. Some people say Jesus the Son, don't really matter. What matters is, however, is when we have this aura that's created by our thoughts and feelings, the left brain objective version of it is going to be the microfacial expressions that are going to be created via your thoughts and feelings. Because if you're an extremely depressed person, you're going to create a micro body language that says, I'm sad, I'm pissed off. You're gonna be looking like this. You're gonna be looking dead in the eyes because you have no static energy. The Bible tells you that Jesus came so that you may have life and life more abundantly. So you can see that this life is kind of like giving you death. Like a lot of the things that we do don't really make sense. A lot of the jobs that's available right now in the market is just things that destroy you and mess up your health and things like that. So there's something going on behind closed doors, because what someone is saying is this. What someone is saying is, you are a battery in my system, and I want to use you as an electrical charge in my system. And this is what you're going to believe. This is what I want you to think. This is what I want you to feel. Again, based on, because look, for you to cultivate a culture, you need a cult in the first place. So after a culture is cultivated by a cult, then it's shared amongst the common people to program them as to how to behave, how to participate in this society. But a society is really just an experiment. It's an experimentation of witchcraft. So everything around you is witchcraft. This is why it's really imperative that we understand the occult and we understand its direct impact, the direct impact of this knowledge if it's only acquired by a very few group of people. That's why like this knowledge has so many different segments. You gotta like understand the Kabbalah, you gotta understand astrology, you gotta understand numerology, you gotta understand like what these holy books actually talk about, and the calendar. And when you understand this 5-point star, when you understand this system, you're able to bring it together and be like, oh, okay. Because your religion, for example, some people say Muslims will tell you, no, brother, numerology is haram. Or this, depending on what type of Muslim you're talking about. Well, the Quran literally has the word yom, day, mentioned 365 times, depicting to the 365 days of the year. The Quran also has the word shahr, month, mentioned 12 times. Also not depicting the 12 months of the year, which is actually which comes from the 12 zodiac signs of the year, which is just basically another mathematical way to break down. It's just another mathematical way to break down, because you can slice the pie however you want to. You can slice the pie, you can dissect things however you want to, but at the end of the day, we're just developing perspectives based on our own relative position so we can share those things. So you can see numerology in the Quran, numerology in the Bible. As long as there's numbers in there, bruh, that's numerology. And numerology is just basically the spiritual meaning behind numbers and what energy are they emitting, down to even gematria, as far as the value behind letters, as far as the number and the number that it emitted from, because a letter is an offspring of a number. So the number will tell you the actual energy before that letter was even created. So it'll be some kind of like correspondences there as well. If you really understand sigils, you're able to look at a letter and you're able to understand it even more. Like if you have your name starting with the letter A, that's the number 1. That has to do with leadership. That has to do with trailblazing. That has to do with you having your own individual ideas about the world. That's why you act like a leader. If you have the letter B in your name, you're going to be automatically a more feminine, more intuitive, more in tune person. You're gonna be kind of like, you're gonna get kind of like pregnant with people's feelings and your own feelings as well, because it has to do with the number 2. The number of peace, being peaceful, the number of being intuitive, the number of being in tune with the feminine energy, and things like that. So the occult is all around us, 24/7, 365, down to even when I'm wearing this black fucking jacket. What do you think the color black has? It's authoritative. That's why you wear like the Men in Black, the movie. It's about authority. It's about Saturn. It's about structure. It's about ruling over. It's like all the colors of the chakra mixed in together, and it's like this unknown light that you don't know about. So a person that's wearing this black jacket is like something that it's like a figure of authority almost. But at the same time, though, we do have to keep in mind that colors are subjective and people experience things from their own relative position. So one thing is for sure, because you can even program a color to mean something logically, but your brain is always interpreting things on a very similar level to other people. Like red is like excitement, it's like passion, getting ready to go on an adventure, transforming. Fire is the color red, and things like that. So the occult is all around us 24/7, 365. What we need to understand is how is it being used to influence us, and how can we become more aware of these things so we don't get rocked to sleep by all these different religious institutions, these it's basically just Jews really behind closed doors. And whenever you catch them, you catch what they're doing, they start acting guilty. They start acting like, oh no, Ashkala Bashka, that's not what's going on. We did this for God. That's what we fucked up the whole world. Yeah, we did this for Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. I was saying like real shit. Masons, they don't be shit. They don't be shit. But other than like Girl Scout cookies, Boy Scout cookies, they get together, wear silly outfits, and I'm not mad at them either. But it's just it's really like clowns. They dress like clowns, bro. Clowns. And like they actually think they know a thing or two, but they're not even experiencing life. They just tell you, oh yeah, we're just here to like, man, this is bullshit. But anyways, the occult, understand it, because it understands you whether you like it or not. Real fucking shit.